It is time to begin a new era of Memphis Tigers football. The 2012 season is quickly approaching, and this year's Memphis Tigers will be coached by a new head coach, Stephen Lennon, better known by his nickname Cat. Coach Cat Lennon will be replacing Larry Porter, who had been Memphis's head coach since the 2010 season. In those 2 years as head coach, Larry Porter posted a combined record of just 3-21. In fact, the past 3 seasons for Memphis has been quite bad, as the Tigers football program has posted a combined record of 5-31 in those 3 years. Memphis has not been to a bowl game since the 2008 season. That year, Memphis finished with a record of 6-7, ending with a loss in the St. Petersburg Bowl. The last winning season for Memphis came the year before in 2007, when Memphis finished with a 7-6 record, ending that season with a loss in the New Orleans Bowl. The last bowl victory for Memphis came in the 2005 season, when Memphis was able to get a victory in the Motor City Bowl. A little bit about the history of Memphis Tigers football. Memphis's first season of football came back in 1912. That was when they were known as West Tennessee State Normal School. Memphis has competed in various different conferences, including the Mississippi Valley Conference, the SIAA, the Missouri Valley Conference, and since the 1996 season, Conference USA. Memphis has never won a Conference USA championship or even been to a Conference USA championship game. The last conference title for Memphis came back in the 1971 season when Memphis was competing in the Missouri Valley Conference. The past 3 years, Memphis has finished dead last in the Conference USA East Division, and experts aren't expecting much, if any, improvement this season. However, the team has been working very, very hard this off-season, getting ready for this year and hoping to prove those experts wrong. Coach Cat Lennon is a 38-year-old Memphis alum. He played defensive end for the Memphis Tigers, graduated in 1996, and he could not be more excited for this opportunity to be a head coach at his alma mater. Everyone is very excited. You can sense a new attitude within the football program, a real excitement for this year coming up, hoping we will be able to turn things around and make a name for this football program. Let's go. This dynasty will have a specific sliders and specific in-game rules. We will now get into those now. First, taking a look at the settings games will be played on. Heisman skill level, Heisman recruiting, 7-minute quarters, 0 speed threshold. Let's see. Now here is a look at the custom penalty rules. And then a look at the custom sliders. And there you have those. As far as recruiting for future Memphis Tiger teams, recruiting will be handled entirely by CPU. I will not have any part to do with the recruiting at the beginning of the season, just a one-time sim straight into the season, no create a recruit, no involvement with recruits. The only way that I will be able to impact us getting better players is by having success on the field, building up the program that way, and enticing more good players to come to Memphis. So that is how that will be handled. Right, there are going to be a set of rules including speed limits by position for Memphis Tiger teams. These will only be the speed limits for the Memphis teams. CPU teams will be playing against, they do not have any sort of speed limit. At the start of each season, I will recheck this to make sure no one has exceeded the speed limit in the off season. So going over the speed limit by position, it is as followed. Speed cannot go past 80 for quarterbacks. For halfbacks, cannot go past 88. For fullbacks, cannot go past 82. For wide receivers, cannot go past 90. For tight ends, cannot go past 84. For defensive ends, cannot go past 74. For defensive tackles, cannot go past 64. For linebackers, cannot go past 84. And for punt returners and kick returners, cannot go past 88. That is the speed limits per position for Memphis Tiger teams. Now, in addition to that, there are also in-game gameplay rules that must be followed. So in-game, for our offense, no huddle will only be allowed with 1 minute or less in the second quarter, or 4 minutes or less in the fourth quarter. When in no huddle, the offense must select the play from the same formation. Cannot change formation in offensive no huddles. There is no clock chewing until 30 seconds or less in the second quarter, or 2 minutes or less in the fourth quarter. For offense, we must choose from coach-suggested plays. We may audible, but only to the set audibles for the playbook, or a set run or pass audible by formation. There is no passing to streak patterns unless in the red zone, or there's 10 seconds or less in the fourth quarter. All other times, streak routes must be changed to a curl, an in pattern, an out pattern, or the receiver must be ignored. Gameplay rules on the defensive side. Also, we must choose from coach-suggested plays, but we may audible and adjust at will defensively. We may choose from any formation when the opposing offense is going in no huddle. For special teams, gameplay rules are that we may not move the kick arrow left or right when punting, only up or down. If we're going to try to angle a punt to the left or right, that has to be done with the kick stick. We cannot angle the arrow. So that is the rule there. So that will be the settings and the gameplay rules for this Dynasty. Once a game has started, once we have begun a game, once kickoff has happened, I am locked into that game no matter what the result is, no matter how things are going. There's absolutely no second chances, no quitting, backing out, retries, none of that. I like the competitiveness and the challenge of this all, so it would not be any fun if I could get redos. Very pumped up to get this all going here and hopefully turn things around here for this Memphis Tiger football program. We are going to be getting things started week 1 of the 2012 season, playing our rival Ole Miss on the road. This is the Mid-South rivalry game. Very pumped up to get this all going. Hopefully we can make a name for this Memphis Tiger football program. Let's go, Memphis!